Alrighty, today what we're going to be working on are taillights on Michael's Mark 3. We pulled out the existing tail lights and front marker lights and headlights this past week in preparation to get the body off. And so we've got all that stuff here. The lenses are in really good condition, but the bases for them have some issues. We've got really rusty hardware, and in most cases these little clips, these little nuts, they're made of brass. They come in from the back of the light, and then those are held in place by the gasket against the body, and then this hardware goes in. But you can see some of this hardware is so rusty that we broke a couple of these just trying to get them out. The front marker lights are in surprisingly good condition. We didn't have any problems pulling those off. The headlights are a different story. All of the supplied clips have been bent, broken, or abandoned, and we're probably going to have to make all new brackets for the headlights. Luckily, we're replacing these sealed beam headlights with an aftermarket type of headlight that has an H4 lamp in them. So they'll still be the same wattage and they will be halogen, but they are going to be a little more period correct, and then they're going to have a tri-bar that kind of shows through the front glass on those. So those are going to be cool. What we are replacing the existing taillights with, you can see it had two lights on each side, which is pretty common for the Mark III Factory 5 Roadster kits. We're going to be replacing those with some rectangular lights, and we're not going to be replacing them with the actual Cobra style rectangular lights, but we are going to be replacing them with these LED hot rod tail lights. They list these as being for a 41 through a 48 Chevy. They're just a little bit longer and just a little bit wider than the Lucas style rectangular lights. Looking at the lenses, they just basically look like a standard incandescent type taillight from the rear. But if you look closely, there are LEDs embedded in them all the way up. We have these on Slytherin. I don't know if anybody's seen the back of Slytherin before, but those are the same taillights we have on the back of this Mark III as well. So they're easy to install. They fit on the factory pad without body modifications. And so since this car is going to remain in this paint for at least the foreseeable future, we're going to go ahead and we're going to install these. And they're going to give kind of a period Cobra rectangular taillight look, but without any of the body modifications that we would have to do for the actual Lucas style lights. So we'll check back in with you when we get a little farther on mounting these up on the back of the car. Alright, so what we've done so far is we have put some masking tape on the pads of the car so that we cross our fingers, don't scratch the paint. And then what we've done is we've taken the gasket for the light, put it up against the car in approximately the position we want the tail light to be. Made a couple of marks where we're going to drill it, and drilled the holes. So on this side we've already drilled the holes, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then The light fixture will go in. Something like this. Now right now it's getting held up on the plug that's in the back, but once I get the wire folded over right, it's going to sit in there something just like that. So you can see, nice clean install. It matches the profile of the rear taillight pad on the car. Looks nice too, and they're way brighter than anything that you would get out of those stock lights. Even if you tried to put LED light bulbs in the existing Lucas lights, and a lot of people have done that, it still isn't quite the same as these taillights right here. So we're going to keep moving forward, and once I get both lights installed, I'll bring you back and you can take a look. Alright, let's get a little lesson on Loctite. I see a lot of different builders and fabricators and mechanics on a bunch of different channels doing Loctite a bunch of different ways. There are different strengths of Loctite. If you're using red Loctite on everything, you're not doing yourself any favors. The reason that they sell different strengths in Loctite and thread locker is because different parts and different things require a different strength. For this, we're going to use blue. I don't want these to ever come off, but at the same time, if anybody ever boogers up the threads on these, it'd be nice to put a set of, vice grips or something like that on them, or double nut them, and at least be able to get them out of this cast aluminum piece. If we put red on here, it's done. You're never getting it out. I don't care how much heat you put to this thing, they're not coming out because it's just going to fuse itself to this piece. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a drop. And when I say a drop, I mean a drop. This much on here, and run these in. And these don't even have to be tightened with anything other than hand tight. What's going to happen is once the Loctite dries in there, it's going to be just fine. It's not going to ever come out. Again, just a drop. I see guys just bathing fasteners in thread locker, and they're not doing themselves any favors by doing that. So we've got this one ready to go. We're going to let that Loctite set up. The other thing that we're going to do, we're pre-fitting these. So when we pull the body off and rewire this entire car, these taillights will either stay with the body, either I'm going to finish them up here in the near future, or I'm just going to pull them out and set them aside and do the final install on them when the car gets rewired. But what we're going to also do is we're going to take off this connector on the end. This is basically meant to, snap in or twist into an 1157 bulb socket. We're not going to use this. We're going to cut that off, and we're going to put a weather-tight seal connector on the end of it. So this is going to be the male end of it. The back of the car is going to get the female end, and then if the body or the taillight ever needs to be worked on, it can be unplugged and they can be separated from one another. So we may or may not do these in a separate video when we do some wiring on the car, and we'll show you then. All right, and there they are, all installed. They're not wired up yet. Don't know if I'm going to get to that in this video, but they're both in. The nuts aren't tight on the back, they're just kind of holding them in for the time being. But there you can see that they're pretty well shaped, the same profile as the outside of the pad mount for the existing or the old taillights. So they give a nice a nice look to the car, a classic look to the car, with the modern touch of actually having an LED light that's bright that people can see when you hit your brakes or your turn signals. And even the parking lights at night, the taillights, are quite a bit brighter than just the standard taillights that come with the vehicles. Now, I believe the new Factory 5 Mark IVs are coming with a Lucas style LED rectangular taillight on the back. So even Factory 5 has decided that it's time to embrace the future, and they're putting LEDs in the back of the car. So we'll see how those look the next time we get a brand new kit in here to work on, and see how they compare to these, because we will have the ones on the back of Slytherin that we can do as a comparison to the actual LEDs that are the Lucas style, and that should be fun. So thanks, guys.